Hey guys, it's Geo. So, I've been TV-less for a while now. Well, a while, just a couple days. Anyway, so I've been playing this Kerbal Space Program. And wouldn't you know, we have a predicament. If you look at the little pod thing that I'm in right now, it's literally, I mean, it ran out of fuel a long time ago. Like, I was headed to the moon up there, and now I gotta get back to Earth down there. Except the problem is, I only had, well, I've been changing my orbit. I'm gonna show you what I was doing to change my orbit. But so far, like, I only had enough fuel to get me to 220 kilometers, which is 220,000 meters. Now we're at 190 kilometers, which is 190,000 meters, which is gonna happen in about 2 hours. I've gotta be under 70, else I just keep going into that orbit, keep going around. So, when you're out of gas on Earth, what do? You get out and you push, right? Whee! And that is how I've been trying to do this. So, I've been getting out and pushing every now and then to try to lower it. The cool thing about the cool thing about it is, if you don't knock yourself out, the RCS that's in our suit, there is literally enough there to to increase my orbital velocity by about 10 meters per second each go, which isn't really much. Right now I gotta get it angled. There we go. But which isn't really much, but it refills itself. Like once I get back in the ship. So we're just gonna hammer on the thrust. Right now we're at about 526-ish, 27. And that right there, the little top corner there, is our little thing. Top right corner is showing us how much of the propellant we have left. We're gonna try to get it about to about 560 overall sounds good. I think that'll actually get us out of out of orbit. Except the fact of the matter is, getting us to 560 is gonna take some time. You ain't gonna be able to do it in one or two pushes. So I just figured, what better way to waste my time with when I don't have a TV than to play Kerbal Space Program. And I've been doing really good at everything I've been doing, except for, well, the landing on the moon, that was a fail. This mission was apparently a fail. Actually, my landing on the moon, after 1,000,001 attempts of landing on the moon, I finally landed my unmanned rover, and I didn't have the science stuff I needed to have even counted that as a rover. So I've got an RC car with literally nothing stuck on the surface of the moon. But as for this, we're going to go ahead and board back into the ship now. I'll refill that propellant and check where we are. We're down from 190 to 130. Yeah, I gotta admit, that's pretty good, right? So, well, do it again. Hop back out. Hit that spacebar, turn our RCS on, and get us relined up. Zoom in a bit. Get a little bit of height. Trying to match the velocity of that we're going. And try not to fly under the ship. There we go. And then just hit the push. Except it's rolling out of proportion now, and I ain't gonna be able to grab back onto it like I was. So what we're gonna do when we go to get back in this time, actually I'm gonna try to get back in first. And kind of roll it back over to make it easy to get back in again. Get down, there you go, grab, and board. And before I do that, I'm gonna check how much, I didn't take it down much. But I took it down enough. Alright, let's zoom in this way. Roll it. Whoa, wrong roll. Do that. Yeah, that looks better. And then hit an EVA. And let go. Turn the RCS on. And not get screwed up again. Well, let's try this. Let's legitimately try to push our spaceship to Earth. Y'all think I can do it? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, you know, I always said I was no rocket scientist, and, well, if you gotta get out and push your spaceship back to Earth, then you know you're no rocket scientist, right? Oh, that's epic. Alright, we're rolling again. Yep. Alright, well, that actually... Grab! No, 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 no. Go ahead and... Hey, no, bad. Bad Kerbal. Grab. And board. Woo. Alright, are we... Yeah, we're actually supposed to be holding a retrograde. That's just the way I'm doing it. Let's check and see how far we got now. Down to 112. Guys, we're getting close. I'll be able to physics warp here in a minute. Now, as you can see by the time up in the top left, I've been at this. This ship has been in this failed orbit for 43 days. Now, that's not... I mean, well... That's the equivalent to 43 real-life days. It's just physics warp and all this. I go back out and look at the map. I even had a rescue planned. Turns out the unmanned craft have to have electricity to function, and I forgot to put solar panels on it. So it's stuck in that orbit. But it's unmanned, so there ain't anyone in it. Ain't no science on it. That one's good. It ain't got to come back. Then over there, that's my space station that I put into orbit. And then if you look at the moon, I've got... radar orbiting it. Well, there's a radar orbiting Earth too. And then there's also the landed thing that I landed. The science-y thing I was talking about. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I'm gonna go back EVA again. Space to let go. I said space to let go. Turn those RCS thrusters on. Where do you think you're going, miss? Should think that's a girl. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, we're a little further away this time, ain't we? Talk about a lot further. Woo! Wrong thing. And then we hit like that. Whoa, what do you do? Okay, there you go. And we have lag. Oh, it was saving. Just gonna keep on pushing. Of course, once we get down to the appropriate amount of, well, speed is the word I'm looking for. Once we get to the appropriate re-entry velocity, I'll speed warp up until the point where we actually re-enter. 730,000 miles from home. Well, no, that's 7 million. 7 million kilometers from home. A failure, right? Anyway. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Grab and board. And map it out. And 88,000. 70,000 is the atmosphere, but a proper re-entry is approximately 60,000. I think. And then again, I'm no rocket scientist. Alright, but see how I've changed the course of it. We're still accidentally having another lunar encounter, like, in another day. We keep this going for one more day. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is one more try. Gotta get it under 60, right? I've actually gotta roll it now. See, the thing about it is, what I was saying about the electricity and being manned, this one, it has electricity because it's not been using it. Because it's got a pilot that can actually hold the retro and all that good stuff instead of using the flight computer that uses electricity. So, where are you going? You're going the wrong way. There you go. That was actually rather easy. That was a good run. Because I can just literally grab as soon as I wasted up enough EVA propellant. And I think I estimated it about 560, but apparently that didn't work, so we'll try 570. We'll get back in at 570 because we're doing really good this time. And then if 570 don't get it, well, then we'll do 10 more kilometers, or kilometers, 10 more meters per second. There's 570, gonna go ahead and grab it. Wait, I was gonna say, does my RCS work when I'm just grabbed? That would make this a whole lot easier, but no. 68. Ooh, cutting it close, guys. What do you think? You think we can make it at 68, or you think we'll bounce off the atmosphere? If I'm being 100% honest, I don't want to risk a 68, because if we do bounce off the atmosphere and come back around, we're still going to hit that lunar encounter, and then literally probably crash into the moon, because there's no... Yeah. So do I want to risk a 68? No, we'll try lower. Roll the right way for me. Thank you. Okay, UVA. Space R, and where are you going? So this time we're trying for a 580, right? Whoops! Well, I gotta actually hit the part I'm trying to hit, right? And knock it the right way. Thank you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to board if we get 580, or I'll fly over the top of it. Yeah, it looking more like I'm gonna fly over the top right now. Back on boarding mode. Not anymore. How much monopropellant do we have? We have 3. I need to go ahead and... Okay, I was going to say I've got the board. I mean, board. No, I don't actually. Now I do. Whee! Did we get under 60? I don't know. Map it. We did! Alright, guys. So, as to if I do accidentally bounce off the atmosphere, I can always hit the quick save button and reload right here if need be. Time to do a physics warp. We're going to physics warp. Well, it's called physics warp. It warps everything. We're doing 50 times right now. Go up to 100. And we'll go up to 1,000, but just for a second. Slow it back down to 1. Make sure I got the electricity to try to save for re-entry. Yes, because the heat shields and the parachute all take electricity, regardless of if you got somebody controlling them or not. Still about 3 million miles from home. Our orbital velocity is skyrocketing right now. It's kind of why I'm glad we've got this heat shield and stuff. About 1 million. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let it turn around. We're looking good. Let's take it on up to about 50 for a minute. The flight computer will be able to hold retro. Still 200,000. We're going to warp it up to under 100. The lag got real. Believe it or not, I think we're coming in way too fast. But we got a heat shield. We'll hit the atmosphere at about 70. Meaning we haven't hit any atmosphere yet. Gonna kind of speed warp down to... There we go. That is 70. Okay, yeah. We're about to smash into the atmosphere at 3,100 meters per second, guys. Right now, I do want to go ahead and say... Thank goodness for, what is that word I'm looking for? Air resistance. There you go. Atmospheric resistance. Because the atmosphere will slow us down. See, that's the thing. You can come in as fast as you want to at these things. Technically. The atmosphere will slow you down enough to hopefully not bounce you off of it, depending on how you hit it. We look like we may have, no, okay, we're burning. We're getting warm now. 55. We're slowing down. Wait, I was going to say, we're going okay, we didn't bounce. We didn't bounce. 53. Getting slowed down. 52. It's not getting super hot yet. Well, technically. Now it's getting super hot. 50,000. Guys, I don't know. I think that means safe re-entry, but right this second I can't be 100% sure. No, we bounced! We bounced! No, bad, bad, bad. Crap, we bounced. Yep, we did. We horribly bounced off the atmosphere. So I'm going to have to come in a little bit less shallow. We'll retry it. We'll retry it. No big. Just hold F9 to reload that last save. Ugh, I thought I had that too. So, any of you guys that's ever watched Apollo 13 and they talk about bouncing off of the atmosphere, if they come in too shallow, or, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, too shallow. If they talk about that, that's exactly what they mean by that. So right now, we gotta come in a little bit steeper than that. And like, you know, because the atmosphere is definitely at 70,000. We're 20,000 meters under the atmosphere. Like, and we're, like, well, we're not in the heaviest part of the atmosphere yet at that point. I'm gonna try to knock it down a notch to about, we'll try to knock it down into a ballpark range of 45. Of course, any more than that, and we, not that. Okay, will you re-EVA then? Space us out. I said space us out. RCS thrusters are on. So, yeah, we'll probably hit it at, try it at 45. Might try even, what? Oh. We might try it a little bit lower than that, but too much low, you take the risk of hitting the mountains. Actually, I believe the tallest mountain's only 30-ish. 29 maybe. I don't know. We'll just push it until I feel enough. So, anyway, when we get back in, and as I start the time warp, I want to show you all the atmospheric gauge and what that means. So, and now I'm pushing it the wrong way because I can't get a hold of it. Reboard. Alright, let's see how low that took us. That took us to about 43. We'll try that. So what I'm gonna do is just like click here and just gonna have us auto warp to there. As we wait, as it's warping us, the little atmospheric gauge right there, which is the thing that says atmosphere. Of course, the black is super, super thin, but you're still kind of atmosphere. Anything like where that arrow is right now, of course, is beyond that. The darker blue there is super thin atmosphere. The air resistance there would be slow. Once you get into that medium blue there, that's when the air resistance starts trying to slow you down. Then you got the light blue. That's when the air resistance is at its best, and that's when, well, that's when you can slow down enough to open your parachute. So, hence how come I didn't open my parachute to begin with. See, we are still judging for a 40K. So we're going to go ahead and warp us to about there. Instead of using the warp buttons I was using earlier, I'm going to do auto warp so we can prevent screwing something up. Alright, and then the warp's complete. And now we're just going to auto warp down below 100,000. Because actually, I want to go hold surface. Never mind. We'll just hold retro. was thinking maybe I wanted to hold the surface. But, so, anyway, watch the little atmospheric slider bar thing as we fall in. We might have to try this one last time. But, you know, hopefully not. So see, we're at 80,000 still. I'm warping a little bit. There, right. So 76,000, no atmosphere. Keeps going. And 72,000. Oh, wait, oh, and there's 70,000. And as you can see now at 69,000, we've started hitting the lowest parts, the thinnest part of the atmosphere. Now, if you keep watching, we'll fall into that lighter part at about, I think, I want to say 50. But I don't, well, 55 maybe more closely to it. Then as for the other ones, I really don't know. Looks like we got more air resistance this time. Looks like we're on a really bad spin this time too, though. So, one thing you want to look at is the orbital velocity down there above the nav ball too. Because if that don't slow down to enough to slow enough, well, switch it over to surface. If the surface velocity isn't under 300 before we hit the ground, we can't open our parachute, so we'll literally explode on impact. Well, I was wrong about that explosive part of the atmosphere. It's more closely to 45, it looks like. Anyway, still yet, what it looks like right now is we're getting super hot. Our ablator's burning. That means our heat shield's working. We haven't skipped yet. So I'm kind of hoping this was a good one. Our target... Oh, actually, our orbital velocity is still 3,000, but our surface velocity is what we look at. It's still 2,800. It seems to be slowing down, although... 43.1... I think we might accidentally have a chance at it this time, but 43, no. Bounced again. What about that? Or did we? Gonna skip like a rock? Or are we still going? Yeah, 44, 2, 3. Yeah. Keep watching that. Alright, so we gotta get it down. We gotta get that You know what? I think I actually have an idea. Let me map it up right quick. There's the Earth. Hey, we're coming... oh, yeah. Because I had to reset. And because I didn't save from where we left last. Keep rolling. Go on EVA. I'm going to get it down under 10. Well, try to. I know that's saying a lot. But, like, if we bounce off at 10,000 kilometers above the atmosphere, then there is something wrong with the physics in this game, and I was wrong about how good they were. But, you know, if I'm being honest, I don't think that's the case. I just think it's because I'm coming in way too steep every time. Or shallow. And because pushing your rocket in space is the best way to go about it, right? So we're going to get about 600 right here. This time in the orbital velocity. There's no surface velocity here for me to look at. Well, I could, but... Of course, it could take 2 pushes to get us up above 600. Yeah, it definitely is. Okay, now that we're in board mode, how far down did we get it? We got it 27. Probably gonna have to go lower. Because... from the look... I mean... the orbital turns are technically all still there. Can I get that down below 10? That's the question. Or will I smash into the surface of the Earth like a... well, that would be like a rocket, wouldn't it? That fell. Alright, EVA us. And hit that spacebar. And... turn our CS on because I apparently forgot to do that. Back us up some. Gain some altitude of the ship. Not that much. Okay, I don't know what that was, but that was not pushing. Excuse me! Hey, yo, what happened? Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, stop it! Okay, where'd my ship go? Oh, this could prove to be, devastating. I actually think that was the camera switch from, I think that's what's happening, is the camera switch from trying to, stop it. We ain't got enough. No, what are you doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? Back it up. I think that was the camera swaps from all the, entering and exiting physical orbit. So technically, oh, crap. As it stands, our orbit don't know if it's going to orbit us or not. That's never a good sign. Unless I broke the game. Stop it. Back it up. Back it up. Make up your mind what you're gonna... I might have to accidentally reset this again because, man. Okay, let's see what happened there. Actually, because I do think that's what that was the camera telling us, hey, look, you, are no longer in fear of bouncing off the atmosphere. That was actually scary, though, believe it or not. Alright. Okay. Hitting that perfectly on like that. Okay, we're at a one-time velocity. I don't know, guys. I really don't. So, because we hit the atmosphere, it turned the time warp all the way off automatically. Oh, my mic just slid across my desk. We're starting to burn that ablator. That means our heat shield's working. We're getting really hot really fast. We're down under 40. And we're supposed to be getting to about 20. The ablator is still burning super fast. We're approximately under 40. We're coming in really fast this time, but if you look at our surface velocity, we are dropping in speed, right? Yes, that is what it looks like. 27. That's what we're looking for. That and the fact that we need to be under 300 before, or under 200 before we hit 0 on the altimeter up there. I don't know, it's looking more and more like we got it to me because we're down to 1900. The amount of G-force he must be experiencing there. What is it right now? It's registering 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. 3 G's on that re-entry. Yeah. Except, believe it or not, I think we actually did it. because it is cooling off. The ablator's burning less. We've not bounced. We're still losing altitude. Look at that, guys. And that is how you push your spaceship back to Earth. In a completely figurative sense. Now can we just turn off that? And hope I've slowed down enough. We're still 10,000, well, 15,000-ish. Is it? Yeah. 15,000 meters. We are down under 300. That means we are safe to deploy our parachute. And we'll just time warp to the max we can on the surface of a planet. On a 4, 8,000 feet above the surface, 6,000. We'll slow it down. I am actually kind of afraid that the parachute's not going to deploy in time. Well, I don't know. We still got a lot of land to cover. And slow down to 190. But we're still 2,200 feet up. There we go. Parachute opened fully. Slowed us down to our safe 6 meter per second descent. And now for the other couple hundred meters, we'll just kind of use time warp. Because holy crap! And that is how you save a Kerbal. All that science, all the going to the moon, everything. Because why? Because I don't have a TV. Actually, that's why. Anyway, so if holy crap, that was actually a 442% or a 442 science gain. I didn't get any money back from it. Did the mission. She actually leveled up. Anyway, this has been Geo, and if you ever get stuck in space, in for real or whenever, well, may I recommend not getting out and pushing, because that only works in the video games. And look at that. We're returned home from the surface of the moon. What about that? It's been Geo. I hope you enjoyed watching me push my spaceship home. Talk to you later.